Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to be doing a Cutie Chronicles unboxing. So I went to the Botanica this week. I think it was last week. I don't remember what it was. It was sometime in this Corona time capsule that we're in where time doesn't exist. And I got some things at the look at my lovely Japanese. I want to say it's probably for sake, but someone left it out when they moved out of my building. It's great. So I went to the Botanica and I found books. I'm going to do the books first because those are the first thing on top of the bag. And it's big. So I guess I'm going to put it on the ground because I won't be able to unbox everything while it's on there. So today's the 18th of August of Augusto, and it is the new moon in Leo. So I'm excited. I can't wait to finish this unboxing so I can do some new moon rituals, because it's just a time of manifesting all of our highest and greatest good. And I'm all about that. So, the first book, What You Have Heard is True, by Caroline Forsch. Caroline Forsch, the powerful story of a young poet who becomes an activist through a trial by fire. I'm excited to read this. I've never heard, well, actually, I'm lying. I have heard of this name, but I honestly don't know the story. So I'm excited to add this to my very large book collection. This one I'm super excited to have found, and I can't believe that anybody even threw it out. Feminist Manifesto, or Manifestos, a global documentary reader. Feminist Manifestos is an unprecedented collection of over 150 documents from feminist organizations and meetings in over 50 countries for more than 3 centuries. That's a lot of freaking feminist talk. I'm so excited. Penny A. Weiss is a professor of political science and the chair of Women and Gender Studies program at St. Louis University. So I'm excited to read this because I love learning more about women and what we've been doing throughout these centuries of dealing with toxic masculinity and patriarchy. So this one I'm very excited about also because I saw it in a bookstore and I couldn't buy it because I just was already buying a bunch of books. How to Change Your Mind, What the New Science of Psychedelics Teaches Us About Consciousness, Dying, Addiction, Depression, and Transcendence. Ooh, it's by Michael Pollan. So I'm really excited to read this. A brilliant and brave investigation by Michael Pollan, author of 5 New York Times bestsellers, into the medical and scientific revolution taking place around psychedelic drugs and the spellbinding story of his own life-changing psychedelic experiences. So I'm very curious about psychedelics in the interest of healing and how, because of like the war on drugs, there have not been the research needed because you cannot research class 1, or I don't know what psychedelics are considered. You cannot research them because they're considered illegal, and so you would never know what all the properties are, which is very interesting to me that you can't study psychedelics, but you can study like Adderall, which I've taken because I have ADHD, but like that, or an opioid, which they're not the same at all, but just seeing as they can be habit forming, like if you can research those, why can't you research like a psychedelic or like a plant-based psychedelic, like a mushroom or ayahuasca or peyote? Like those things, I feel like it's doing us a disservice because we know that people in some of these cases, like the more plant-based ones, people were using them for centuries for spiritual and medical purposes. So I'm curious, and I watched Bad Trip on Netflix, which was really good, and they had very interesting perspectives. Now, I personally don't know if I would take a good trip, but I just think that those information should be out. The same way you have information on marijuana. We should just know what it is, what it actually does, what's actually going on with it, so we're not just making decisions based on just ignorance. But next book, The Artist's Way, a spiritual path to higher creativity. I'm already pretty creative, but I feel like Julia Cameron might have some tips and tricks for me. The Artist's Way is a seminal book on the subject of creativity. An international bestseller, it has inspired millions to overcome their limiting beliefs and fears that can inhibit the creative process. Limiting beliefs and fears can definitely inhibit the creative process, because if you're always overthinking because you think you're not going to be right, you think it's going to look stupid, if you're worried about what others are going to say, you're never going to let your creativity flow out of you like water. And if you're not doing that, what's the point? Because we are creative beings, and that is all that matters. Oh, now this book, this last one, is my favorite. And a book that I already read, but I don't care. Because it's by my auntie, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, my Nigerian powerhouse, who's from the same village as my papa, Awore. So I'm very excited to have this. I do not have my own personal copy, and I would like to read it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to have it. I haven't read this in a long time, so it's really going to be interesting. And I want to say that, like, growing up Nigerian American, because my dad's Nigerian, my mom's American, I feel very pulled to realizing and being connected to Nigerian authors, specifically like ones who have spent time in America, who I can like be like, oh yeah, that's what they're talking about. But I really love Nigerian writers because they create, especially like modern day writers, that are talking about things that are happening now, and they're just creating such a beautiful image for me. So like last time I went to Nigeria, I was just like, I want to go to Nsukka, and I want to go to the University of Ibadan. Like I just want to be there. I want to see these magical places that I feel like I didn't get to experience because I had to grow up here. And I feel like it also helps me with my lazy American tongue because I don't speak Igbo, and I feel like reading it will help me just a little tiny bit with my accent, because otherwise I sound like a British lady. So now for my Botanical Haul. So again, I went with my friend Kayla, Bananikins, the Brooklyn Tower Reader. We went there to get some stuff, and I spent a good amount on things that I definitely needed. So this thing, very important, black seed oil. During the time of this pandemic, it is important to use black seed oil because it builds your immune system up. And otherwise, it's really good for just kind of anything. I got some candles. I'm going to take them out because they're heavy. So I'll take them out and show them to you one by one. Oh no, I dropped something. What did I drop? Well, it didn't break. Good thing. It wasn't a candle, so I'm not going to show it to you yet. Just wait. Don't believe me, just watch. Okay, so these are the 3 candles I got. ASMR. I got High John the Conqueror, pull-out candle. Conquer over all evil conditions for luck, power, and strength. So I'm very excited about that one. And I have some High John Conqueror oil that I'm going to use for that. And purple is all about like abundance, royalty, just like being badass. This one, ooh, I'm very excited about this one. I bought this especially for the Leo New Moon, orange. I'm going to put some sigils in it. I'm going to put some oils on it. Good for manifesting, all the things that I want. Attention. Well, not attention, but like attention on the things that I want, the attention on my work, on my career, on my, those good things. And also, orange is good if you would like to create a connection with your family. It's also good. So this one is a pink candle, and I use pink for self-love. You could use it for any love, but I think that self-love is the most important love, so pull out for that as well. I'm going to be putting my candles out on the windowsill so that they can get some of that new moon energy. Oh, it's 11:11. Well, it was until I looked away. All right, here's some other things. I have some protection oil, and it smells really good too. Ooh, I cannot wait. It smells like candy. I smell just like candy. I think the only oil that I got, I think it may, no. What else I got in here? All right, I have some focus because, the way my ADHD is set up. This one has more of it's like a musky scent. Not musty, musk with a K. Memory. Because I know, I need that. Ooh, this one smells like a bubble bath. Like bubble bath shampoo. I remember those bubble baths I used to get at Bed Bath & Beyond. Those were the greatest. So I'm really excited for this next thing I'm about to show you. It's a lodestone. So I think I might need it. I'm gonna have to get another one. I don't know if this is the male one or this is the female one. But you get a male and a female, and then it's good for extra energy. But I'm still gonna use this. But also, when you get your lodestones, be sure to get the. I got gold because, duh. But this is the little magic sand that goes with it. I got some protection wash. I love these. The washes, and they always smell so good. Now this one definitely smells like candy. I'm excited to take a wash. I'm probably going to take a wash from this one today when I do my new moon bath. And then, I got the always essential Florida water. You can make your own Florida water. I have not, because it's a lot. And I'm not up to that yet. I'm not on that sort of level. Okay, we're almost done. Now for the piece de resistance. What's it gonna be? I've got some incense. So I use so many incense. I don't even know how long these are gonna last me, but I'm very excited. I have some camphor. I wish you could smell them. They smell so good. I have some meditation. I have some Virgin Guadalupe. I love the descriptions they always put on these. Call client. It's like, for the clients to be calling, the money to be coming, the bags to be secured. We're securing all bags, 2020 and beyond, the good bags. All bags that are in alignment with our highest and greatest good. I got some patchouli. And then these, I got some Cancer for my Venus and Mars. What else is Cancer? I think that's it. And then I got some, this is Mercury too, because Gemini. Got this, it's air, water. They have a whole line of them. I'm gonna get some more. But that's it. That's all I got. I got some books that I found walking back from the Botanica. And I got my stuff. So I'm rocking and rolling. I'm ready to go. I would like you to all have a great day, a great evening. Protect yourselves, wash your hands, stay away from people. Donate to the post office, text the post office number to make sure your state representatives call in and make sure they do not attempt to scandalize this election. I mean, when we watched Kerry Washington, Olivia Pope finagle the election, it was for the greater good. We could all stand by it. But now, as we are living in an actual Shonda Rhimes series, you know what? Maybe you were wrong, okay? Maybe you were wrong, Olivia, because this is for the pits. I don't like it. But, we are here. We are going to do all that we can do, which is vote. Vote, vote, vote. Even if you don't like them. And I know voting is not like today's the 100th year of the white women getting their right to vote. Great. Awesome. Black women and women of color didn't get really the right to vote until 1965 with the Voting Rights Act. But, semantics. Either way, they wouldn't have kept us from trying to vote if it was not important. And even though voting seems really crappy right now, and it's like, what's the point? Because they're going to steal the election anyway. Those could all be true. But my stance is, I don't want to not vote, and then it's my vote that tips the scales. And if at any point somebody says, well, if you didn't vote, shut up, I'm going to be like, well, that is where you got me messed up, son, because I did vote. So that means I'm going to chat all day about this fudged up situation. Because, voting is just important. It is. And even if when you do not have a legitimate election, it's still important just to put your name on the roll and say, I did it. Because I'd rather say I did it than not do it and then regret it. But that's just me. All right. Au revoir.